Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, this is kind of an experiment day. We're going to work on trying to make some pecan butter. Been trying to find some. I can't find any. What I have found online is horrifically expensive, or at least more than what I'm willing to give it a shot for. Even almond butters and stuff by me are kind of pricey. So, figured let's give this a whack and see what we can come up with. I found some resources online about making nut butters and what it entails, and some are pretty complex and some are pretty simple. So I found one that was relatively simple, and all we're going to do here is I did a small batch, or we're going to do a small batch of pecans because I love pecans. They're probably one of my favorite nuts, if not the favorite nut choice for me. If I make too much, I'm going to eat it all in one sitting. So we're going to police ourselves a little bit. And what I'm doing is just, these are raw pecans that I picked up just over in the bulk section of the grocery store. There are halves, completely raw, not seasoned, nothing. I picked through them, got all the good stuff in here, any bad things out, like pieces of shell. And the skillet is on like a low medium heat, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly toast these. So I'm just going to keep spinning them until I get a nice even toast on them all over. And what this is supposed to do is not only give you some toasted flavor, but help process some of the oils, or make it easier to get the oils out of the pecans when we're going to throw this into a food processor and just kind of rip it until it smooths out. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we finished toasting them. I did sprinkle a little bit of some gray sea salt on them too, just to give them a little bit of salt. I do like not horribly salty nut butter, but I do like a little tint of it. So some pieces are a little bit really toasty, which I kind of like anyway. But we're going to let this cool for a little bit to kind of get it stabilized, but they're still going to be warm. And then I'll get them in the food processor, and then we'll start blending them up and see what we get. So with these still being warm, the oils should be really easy to get out when we process it, to actually give it that smooth, creamy nut butter goodness that we all love and know. Alright, so everything's kind of chilled out a little bit. They're still warm. And I got them in this little food processor. And we're going to start pulsing this down. And I'll get some shots of the phases of what it looks like when it starts going through and roughly how long it takes. I won't do it while the video is running just because the sound of this thing is going to not be so pleasant. So here we are, just before the grinding begins. Alright, so this is only like literally 30 seconds in. It's all crumbled up, and you can actually see the oil starting to come out. That's getting kind of clumpy and stuff. So I'm going to get a small spatula, scrape the sides, and go some more. Okay, here's an additional 30 seconds or so. I did have to pulse it a few times because, as you can see, the oils are definitely coming out of it, and it's starting to get a little bit thick. So it's actually really going to be butter. So I'll scrape this again and pulse it, keep going and see what the next phase of it looks like. So far it's gone from pretty grainy to, alright, we got some oils coming out of it, to now it's getting kind of thick, and you can actually physically see the oils coming out of it now. So let's run it some more. Okay, so after several rounds of pulsing and scraping the sides, it's looking like a legitimate nut butter. I'm actually surprised. I honestly thought I was going to have to add something else to it, to get that buttery consistency. But no. It's the natural oils from the nut. So I'm probably going to scrape this and see if I can get it a little bit smoother. I believe also if you want to season or flavor your butter at this point, now is when you would actually do it. If you want cinnamon or vanilla or whatever else you want to mix it with. So I'm actually, because this is an experimental batch and there's so little, I'm probably going to throw, I'm going to say a quarter teaspoon of some vanilla in here and pulse this down some more and see what we'll have for a final result. And there we go. Fresh made and it's still warm. Pecan nut butter. A little bit of sea salt, a little bit of vanilla. Toasted lightly. Tastes great. So here you go. You can toast them in the skillet like I did, or if you're doing a bigger batch, cookie sheet in the oven, say 350, and throw them in there and just kind of keep turning them, stirring around until they get to the doneness or toastiness that you want. Kind of hard to beat because there's no added oils. And what's in here is, what's going in. No byproducts, no extra processing. And I imagine that you could probably do the same process with other nuts too. Almonds, make your own almond butter, cashews, probably walnuts. The nuts that are going to be on the fattier side will probably be better for generating a more smoother butter. But I would say experiment. Give this a go. This was an experiment today on this because I've been looking everywhere for pecan butter, can't get it, or can't get it reasonably, so why not make it? Hope you found this informative, and let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see something else experimented or created, and hope you have a great day.